Hey everybody, it's Alex. Sorry the lighting's like making me look yellow. I don't know. It's not clearing like it usually does when you touch the screen. So I wanted to see how everyone's doing. Oh, I can change it. It's weird. I feel like I'm too. Oh, maybe this is okay. Is that weird? I don't know. So I moved in August. That's how long it's been since I've done an update, and that is not acceptable. But my brain has just been this whole year. So, um, I really miss making YouTube videos. I really miss it. Thank you. And I moved, and things have just really have changed, and I don't know if it's so far it's been for the better. Um, Things are complicated. Paul and I are not getting along like I hoped we were, but that's just a process, right? The kids are doing really well. They like their new school. That's one of the things I worried about moving. I'm like, their last school was really great. Are they gonna like their new school? I don't know. Um, I've been able to see family a lot more since I moved, so that's a plus. I signed up for school. What? I'm gonna go to college in January. I'm in the process of dealing with that right now. I just applied for financial aid last week. I have to take a placement test, which I'm not looking forward to because the last time I did anything school related is when I graduated high school, and that was all the way in 2006. So I'm really nervous about that. I don't know how I'm gonna do on that. I think I've gotten a lot smarter, but when it comes to school related stuff, I don't know. Does that make sense? Um, this lighting is really bothering me. Usually when you can touch the screen and it can refocus, but it's not doing that for YouTube for some reason. I got a new tattoo. It says, "Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together." It's a quote by Marilyn Monroe. So I thought that was very fitting for my life. Even if I'm like 60 years old from now, that will still be a good thing to look at just to keep moving forward with life. Um, I am still single. Um, I've I feel like I haven't really dated because I'm so picky about who I date. I've been asked out on a lot of dates by people, but most of them I say no. For two reasons. I have the kids all the time. I have them a lot more than I can really plan to hang out with anybody. And when I do say yes to someone to a date, I have to tell them that it probably won't be for a couple of weeks because I am with the kids that often that it makes it really hard for me to go and enjoy myself. And two, I'm just really picky, so I feel like I'm saying no a lot. Um, I am seeing a guy from Canada. I met him 2 months ago at a wedding, and we've been talking every day. But I think we both made it very clear that will never be anything official, and that's because that he lives in another country. Even though it's 6 hours away, it's still a big enough distance to where we wouldn't be comfortable dating officially. So for right now, we're just having fun. He just came to visit me 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. He came to my house for the weekend, and I'm planning to see him in December. So I'm really excited about seeing him and going into. I've never left the United States, so I think that would be really fun just to be like, I went out of the United States. But we like each other a lot, but I don't think we're ever going to be anything official. Um, I've just been really focusing on being a mom and changing my life and for the better. Um, what else is there really to say? I don't think there's really anything else to say. I downsized a lot, so I had to throw away a ton of stuff for my house, which was awesome but hard at the same time. It was awesome because that way I don't have to be responsible for such a large load of stuff. So pretty much ever since Paul and I decided to separate, I have been purging, and I'm so glad I did that because I purged like May, June, July. So I got a purge for 3 whole months before actually moving, and I'm so glad I was like that, because I couldn't imagine if I didn't purge at all how much harder the move would have been if I didn't organize from when we started our separation. Actually, 4 months, I take that back. So all of April I was purging also. So not just May, but April and May, June and July I was purging. So I threw a lot of stuff away, unnecessary stuff that I should have done years ago. Even if Paul and I stayed together, I should have gotten rid of that stuff. So it felt really good to get rid of all that stuff. And I had to get rid of some furniture I didn't want to get rid of. And that's only, sorry, they're mowing the yard in front of me. Sorry if that was loud. I had to get rid of like my computer desk. That was something I didn't want to get rid of, but I had no room for. Got rid of Dante's crappy headboard that I thought broke my foot. I'm looking at the scar on my foot right now. I was carrying it out, and his headboard just like dropped right on top of my foot. I thought I broke it. So that was really stressful. That was my first time ever moving in my adult life, not in a relationship. I thought about it, and every single time I moved, after living with my parents, every time I moved after not living with my parents was when I was in a relationship. That was my first time ever moving, not being in a relationship. And it made it hard because I didn't have like a man to count on to move my stuff. So in my hometown, I had like one of my really good male friends helped me move my house into the truck. But when we got to where I live here, which is a completely different city, he wasn't helping me because he was home. So I couldn't find anyone to help me. So my friend Susan was like calling and asking all of these guys like, hey, can you help move like the heavy stuff? So that was really embarrassing, having like 2 strange men come unload my stuff. So I was like, oh my God, this is my first time moving without being in a relationship. And gosh, did it make a difference. It made it hard. It really did. The kids became friends really fast with kids in the neighborhood, and they're still really good friends. It's kind of sad because when Paul has the kids, my neighborhood kids will come and be like, is Dante home? I'm like, no, I'm sorry. They're not. So the kids got acquainted really fast. We missed soccer season. If you guys know, I am a soccer player and I like to coach soccer. So we missed soccer completely, and that made me sad because my old town that I lived in for 3 years, I got close to everybody in my town because I was the soccer coach. So basketball is starting up. I actually have to sign them up this week for basketball. So I'm hoping I can meet some friends that way I would really like to make friends that are parents and that have kids, and I meet them through sports because sports is a very important part of my life and to my kids. So it'd be nice to make friends that have that common interest of having children in sports. So I'm hoping I'm hoping that this will be a good outlet for me to meet people. Because I would love to meet new friends. I feel bad, but a lot of my friends and family like want to hang out, and I'm like, I don't want to. I'm like, this weird part of me just wants to like move on from everything completely and just start new, and that counts with people. Like I'd like to meet new people, new friends, just new everything. I'm still gonna be friends and family, obviously, but when I have free time, I'd like to meet new people and not just only hang out with people that I know, because I feel like I'd be sheltering myself if I were to do that, and I don't want to shelter myself. I want to be someone that I have never been before. And honestly, that was actually my goal, my New Year's resolution. Before I even knew I was getting a divorce, my goal was to challenge myself. And I've been actually really good about doing that this whole year. I have been challenging myself. I keep doing things that I would never do in the past, and it's always all been good for me. There's been a couple things where I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. I'm never doing that again. It wasn't anything bad, but it was things that probably weren't for the best. But so I'm definitely learning from everything new that I'm doing. I feel like I'm a whole new person, but me at the same time, and I'm totally okay with that. My biggest challenge, I think, this year, sorry, they're mowing again. I think my biggest challenge will be school. I don't know how I'm going to tolerate it. I don't know how complicated it will be for me with the kids and the schedule and me trying to study. I'm really nervous. I hate deadlines, and that's one of the beauties. Sorry, lawnmower. That's one of the beauties of being a stay-at-home mom. You don't really have deadlines for certain things. You don't have to like really rush anything. And I feel like when I start school, everything will be a deadline, and that freaks me out and gives me anxiety. So I really think that school will be a challenge for me in many ways. So I'm really nervous. I like when I told everybody on Facebook that I signed up for college, everyone's like my status was like kind of like, I signed up for school. I'm scared. Because usually when people say they sign up for school, they're like, I signed up for school. Yay. But me, I was like, well, I signed up for school. I don't know how it's going to go, but I signed up for school. You know, I don't know how I feel about it. I know it's something that needs to be, though. It needs to happen. I can't live the way I'm living right now. I don't like not having a job. I have an income, but it's not a happy income, but it's income. But I'm hoping that financial aid will be awesome and I can just work on school and that's it. So I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Thank you. Fingers crossed. I am feeling like I don't feel like myself. I just did a Facebook Live when I was doing my makeup. And one of the things I don't like about myself right now is I'm procrastinating a lot, and I'm not a procrastinator. I'm one of those people that like to get things over with so you don't have to deal with it and you don't have to stress about it anymore. You don't have to think about it anymore because you got it done with. But for some reason, I think it's because my energy like burnt out. I think separating from Paul and purging, not just Paul, but purging the house and cleaning and organizing it and getting things done this whole year just wiped me out and exhausted me, that like I have no energy in me. I just want to be like, okay, this year was hard. I dealt with it. I did the best I could. I still think I'm doing good. I just want to break from everything. So even though I still have a lot of things I need to get done, I still feel like I'm like procrastinating it, and I'm just like, oh my God, like I don't want to deal with it. And I don't like that about myself because that's not who I am. I'm a doer. I get things done and I'm satisfied when I'm finished. So I don't recognize myself procrastinating, and I'm hoping that my fire will come back and I'll be okay. And I think I will be, because I've always had fire in me. I've always had that spunk. I've always had that motivation. So, but I am concerned because I feel like I've been procrastinating for a couple months, and it's not like I just started procrastinating. I've been procrastinating pretty much since I moved. I think right after my move, I'm just like, blah. Leave me alone. Ruby's doing really good. I had 5 animals and I had to rehome all of them except for Ruby. She's actually my companion. My doctor wrote a beautiful letter saying that she's my emotional support dog. So I did not have to rehome my favorite animal that I had. So she's my partner for life. She's my only committed relationship. She's the only wiener I have in my bed every night. My wiener dog. Thank you. How are you? Look how long my hair has gotten, you guys. It's gotten long. It's like one of my favorite things, my hair. I dye it myself. Have it red undertoned. Underneath is red. Top is brown. I do it every month. Super cheap. I get it from Sally's. I don't have anyone do my hair for me except for myself. Save a lot of money that way. It's not that hard. I stopped going to the gym. I still have a gym membership, but the gym I go to doesn't have childcare, so that's one of the things to do on my to-do list is get a gym daycare, because I have not lost my motivation for working out. I have not. That's like the only motivation I want to do and have is to work out, because I killed myself for this body that I love, and I don't want it to all go to waste just because I don't have a babysitter. So I need to cancel my gym membership that doesn't do daycare, and then my friends told me there's another gym that does do daycare and it's not that expensive. So I need to switch and do that right away. I'm gonna get off this though. I need to go do something that I'm procrastinating at this moment. I need to get Jack into preschool. I actually signed him up for a preschool and they put him on a waiting list, and now I need to make extra copies of my divorce papers because that's my proof of income. And I need to apply for a different preschool for him. Thank you. It's a Marilyn Monroe quote. Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. And my mom grew my sisters and I to love Marilyn since we were little kids. And I actually got that on my mom's death anniversary. Wasn't on purpose. I have a Michael Myers tattoo on my leg. I don't know. I have jeans on. You guys can't really. Can you guys see it? Sorry, my house is really messy. I'm cleaning it right now. I have a Michael Myers tattoo, and I got that in end of August, and he told me that when he started the tattoo that he could only do 90% of it. He has to let it heal before he can finish it. And so I called in the end of September, and he said that he has November 8th available, which is my mom's death anniversary. I'm like, sure, why not? So I didn't plan the tattoo on her day just because she passed, but that's the day he had available. And then I was like, hey, since I'm there already for you to finish it, can you add a quote on my arm? And he said, sure. So he added that quote, and it's fitting because my mom loved Marilyn Monroe, and it's a Marilyn Monroe quote. So I got it put right there. I actually wanted to put it on my back of my arm, but I like the idea of being able to see it whenever. So it's like in the inside of my arm, so I can see it all the time and remind myself. Because I have my days where I'm just like, oh my God. Because I feel like the part where it says sometimes good things fall apart, I feel like what I had going on with Paul was good. But I just wasn't content. So I could have continued that good life, but just not been fully happy. So I felt like the good things that fall apart, so better things could fall together. I felt like, whoa, that's perfect. I didn't have to leave my marriage. It wasn't like a horrible marriage, but I just wasn't happy. You know, so I feel like that quote just speaks so much volume for me. So it's just perfect. Because I think I could be so much happier. And that's what I'm working on. So I'm going to go to school. So I don't want to rely on another person ever again when it comes to finances. I want to be like, I can take care of myself. And in order to do that, I think I have to go to school. So bigger picture, that's what I'm looking at, bigger picture. I'm going to let you go. I'm running way too long. I remember 10 years ago when I used to do these videos, I would always have to make sure it'd be under 10 minutes because YouTube would not allow a 10+ minute video. Do you remember those days? When I had bright blonde hair and I had a little baby voice and I was so young and naive. I still am naive. All right, I hope everyone's doing good. I think the X means to end it. Adios. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for talking to me, you guys. Did you guys see the tattoo? Or was that bad angle? Can you guys see it? Michael Myers tattoo. It's funny, that tattoo, the needle wasn't hurting, but for some reason my groin was pulling really, really hard, and that's like the only reason why. I took 2 breaks just so I could stretch that muscle out. But the tattooing itself didn't bother me. This didn't bother me either because it's on a muscle, so there was both tattoos were not on a bone. So the Michael was 5 hours. This was less than an hour, so it was easy. Watch out, he's behind you. I love Michael. Can you tell? Obviously. It is. It's a very good tattoo. I'm very proud of it. All right, I hope everyone's doing well. Love you guys. I'm going to try to do more videos, okay? Bye.